It's round 2 of the Investec Champions Cup as well as the EPCR Challenge Cup this weekend. Let's dive in to see what we can expect. Hi guys, I'm Babsie and welcome back to my channel. In this episode, we're going to be talking all things rugby. Now, last week, we saw the commencement of both the Investec Champions Cup as well as the EPCR Challenge Cup. Now, let's start off with the Investec Champions Cup. We have 3 South African teams who are representing us. We've got the Vodacom Blue Bulls, the DHL Stormers, as well as the Hollywood Bets Sharks. Now, you may be wondering, how did the Sharks manage to get into the Investec Champions Cup when they have only finished 14th in the URC last season? Well, if you didn't know, the Sharks are currently the EPCR Challenge Cup champions, and that alone gave them an automatic entry into the Investec Champions Cup season. And they had a great start to their season. They won against Exeter Chiefs, and that was a convincing win. If you did not watch the match, you would think it was a stellar performance. But my gosh, their discipline, conceding so many yellow cards, and their line-outs weren't the greatest. So hopefully this weekend we can see much cleaner playing, tighter scrums, line-outs are taken and precise. But I think the biggest highlight from last weekend of the Hollywood Bets Sharks against Exeter Chiefs is the placement of Siya Kolisi. He wasn't in his normal position of blind side flank, number 6, but we saw him enter the 8th man position. And man, oh man, was it an amazing performance from him. We saw him score 2 tries. He had such great control of the ball. He was supporting the forwards, also the back line. It really showed us that he is the jack of all trades in that position. His leadership was impeccable. I really enjoyed him as the 8th man. And I'm excited to see him, own this position more than the blindside flank. Even with the Springboks, I would love to see how Rassie will play that. Will he accept this and see how he can experiment with Siya as an 8th man? That remains to be seen. And then we had Bulls and Stormers, both of them on the losing end of the side. The DHL Stormers lost against Tolu. And, their problems just keep on piling up. That injury list of theirs, the latest being Mani Libok. So it's not looking good here for the Stormers. It's going to be very difficult for them, both in the URC and in the Investec Champions Cup. The Blue Bulls lost against Saracens last weekend, and they were away. So let's go into this weekend and what we can expect. So the Vodacom Blue Bulls will be hosting the Northampton Saints. This is a must-win match for the Bulls if they have any hopes of making it into the knockout stages. This will also be a rematch of last year's quarterfinal. Northampton Saints were the team to knock out the Blue Bulls and tarnish any hopes of them lifting up the trophy. There is a lot to prove for the Blue Bulls. So hopefully this weekend they are precise in both their attacking and defensive breakdown. Looking forward to seeing how they fare, and I'm definitely rooting for our South African side. Then we have the Hollywood Bets Sharks, who are traveling to the Leicester Tigers. The interesting part of Leicester Tigers, they will be joining with an old friend who is Henry Pollard. They need to make sure that they have their discipline right. Can you imagine if they are giving away penalties, especially in their 22 against Leicester Tigers? we know that Henry Pollard does not play. We have seen his performance in both the Rugby Championship as well as the Autumn Nation Series. He is the guy that the Springboks call on to finish off and make sure we get all those penalties. So the Sharks need to make sure that they don't give Henry Pollard any opportunity to score a penalty, because if they do, we are going to see them lose. And again, as much as they have won their first match, it is imperative that they win this match as well if they also have hopes of going into those knockout stages. And finally, we have the DHL Stormers, who will be traveling to the Harlequins. Harlequins have the magic of Marcus Smith. If you were watching the Autumn Nation series, you will know that Marcus Smith gave the Springboks a problem there in the match against England. So you can expect that flair that he is going to bring for the Harlequins. And with the Stormers and their injury list, I'm not so faithful, but I hope that they can, have that pierce to make sure that they are able to put up a fight against the Harlequins and hopefully come home with a win. And then in the EPCR Challenge Cup, shame the Lions, not them losing against the Ospreys. And we also have the Cheetahs, who are representing South Africa in that tournament, and they lost against Paranan. Again, for them, it is also an imperative weekend for them to come home with a win. The Lions will be hosting POW, and the Cheetahs will be traveling to Cardiff Rugby. So hopefully we can pick up wins from them as well. In the comment section, let me know, what are your thoughts of Siya Kolisi as 8th man, and who are you backing to win? With the DHL Stormers injury list, do you think that their season is over, or can their B team come out victorious? And can the Blue Bulls seek revenge and conquer the Northampton Saints? Can the Lions beat POW? It all remains to be seen. Let's start that conversation in the comment section. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and make sure you switch on that bell to make sure that you are notified every time a new video drops. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.